Gordon, I mean, man, I think you really mean business.
Oh, definitely, Dave. But you know, the way I see it, this place is like a powder keg. You know, you get these people so hyped up with these funny little skits you do, you know, one of these days, so help me, they're gonna explode, Dave. My advice to you, tone it down a little.
Well,
I know you gonna dig this. Get funky with me.
What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? Welcome to Santa Monica, California. Look at this. What a view. There's condos all across the street. Some hotels further down. Look at the view. There's the, the amusement park, Santa Monica Pier. You see all the way to Malibu. Almost all the way to Malibu. Just right around there. Pacific Palisades. Of course, always busy on the Pacific Coast Highway here. People driving up to Malibu. People driving down into Santa Monica. Santa Monica Pier. Look at this. Amazing. One of the best views in California. Just come to California Avenue, believe it or not, and Ocean Avenue, where they meet. Get out. Get a great view. So just the other day, I watched Reservoir Dogs. Because I haven't seen it in so long. And I love that movie. Quentin Tarantino's debut. Who doesn't love Reservoir Dogs? Now, when I was watching it, I was paying particularly close attention to Chris Penn, who is in the movie, of course, and his tracksuit that he wears. That's rather impressive. And then I started thinking, I knew he had passed away. I was like, what exactly happened to Chris Penn? Brother of Sean Penn, son of Leo Penn, a director. And another thing I was thinking while I was watching it, I was like, my God, he sounds exactly like Sean Penn. He looks like him, a bigger version. He's a bigger man. But God, does he sound like Sean Penn? I don't think I ever realized that back in the day, how similar, and even their styles of acting are. Chris Penn was a great actor. I mean, at close range. Footloose, Pale Rider. Who's the other one I was thinking of? True Romance, right? Great actor. And what was he in the Wildlife? Was he in the Wildlife, that 80s movie? I think he was. Sadly, he lost his life right here. I'm going to tell you more about it. And we're going to go visit his final resting place. That condo right there, the dark one in the middle, that was Chris Penn's condo. And I think it was number 104. I think. Yeah, it was number 104. So somewhere on the first floor. It looks like it's a 4th-floor one because you have underground parking there. But that's it right there. Now, he had a substance abuse problem for years. That's well documented that he struggled. And somewhat of a food addiction, I guess you could say. He liked to drink a lot. He loved chocolate milkshakes. And he always ordered the biggest steaks. He lived he didn't really take too much care with his health. Took a lot of health risks. And it was alcohol, cocaine, food, and a lot of it. I'm going to show you some pictures of what that apartment looks like inside as well. So it was the 24th of January 2006. Chris was 40 years old, only 40. He had a housekeeper. She came over to clean up his apartment. There's stuff everywhere. There's a portable heater near the bed. There's a small... I'm getting these details, and they're a little kind of, for lack of a better term, gross. But just so you know, going ahead, that I'm going to be offering some details that are a little off. Like, gross. So there's a container beside the bed, which had a little dark-colored stuff inside of it. Looked like he was spitting into it, possibly. There's a metal bucket on the floor that contained vomit and an empty juice container. Inside the bathroom, there's another heater, prescription drugs all along the sink, bag of pot, and dried vomit in the sink. There's a couple of guns laying around as well. So she entered with her own key. She walked into the bedroom, and she found Chris Penn in bed, naked with a comforter covering his lower left half. She tried waking him. He didn't wake up, and then she ran to a neighbor's place. The neighbors checked. They called 911 at 4:05 p.m. in the afternoon. He was pronounced dead at 4:10. So within 5 minutes, the police were here, and he was pronounced dead. So it was a quick response from the Santa Monica police. He was last seen alive 3 days prior. And he'd been dead for a while. There were signs of decomposition already. Martin Sheen, Mr. President, Emilio Estevez's father, and a close friend of the Penn family, accompanied Chris's mother to the apartment here to have a look and see how her son was living. I don't think she would have known. Just about to get into have this car since back into me. So officially, the cause of death was a non-specific cardiomyopathy with a contributing factor of effects of multiple medication intake. So, what that means is he actually died of natural causes. But with all of that abuse of alcohol, drugs, and food, that's what led to it. You can see right into one of the apartments right there, but we won't be that, film. I don't know whose apartment that is. I don't know if that's the one. It's number 104, like I said. There's various drugs found in his body. Diazepam, codeine, morphine, ephedrine, ethanol, cocaine, marijuana, and methamphetamines. Wow. We're going to go over to Holy Cross now, where he's interred, where he's buried. I'm going to read you now what Sean Penn said at the grave. I had a little brother, and for any brother who goes over to the other side with our father into the cosmos, I will follow if they let me. So Sean read at Chris Penn's funeral. His funeral was held on February 4th, 2006, and there were a lot of celebrities that attended. Charlie Sheen was there, Tom Sizemore, his co-star from Reservoir Dogs, Tim Robbins, Jack Nicholson, Robin Wright, who was married to Sean Penn at the time. And that's the building there. And we're going to go over and pay our respects to Chris Penn. I'm going to give you some more shots of the building. Wow. I knew, come to Santa Monica a lot. And I usually stop right about there and park up that street and then just walk over and take a look and all that. And I've always taken a look back at this building, knowing that it was here. And now I'm finally here doing a video. And I wish, it's sad. Substance abuse of any kind is very, very sad. And living life on the wild side, you might have to pay the price. Some people get lucky, but not a lot do. One thing I'm thinking, it's probably, I would imagine, Chris Penn, who was successful and had money, I would think one of the front ones would be his. Maybe this one. This one does look empty, but I mean, I would assume it's sold by now. But a little balcony, if it's on the first floor, 104, you'd want that view. If you've got the money to live here, I mean, it's astounding how much it would cost to live in Santa Monica alone, let alone right on Ocean Avenue here. So I can't foresee him being back there, but it's possible. One thing is here. If you're gonna move here and you're a celebrity, you want that view. That's for you, Scott. Scott Michaels. The mailbox. Made it to Holy Cross Cemetery here in Culver City. You saw the giant mausoleum. That's where John Candy is. Yes, those behind me is maybe what you're thinking they are. That is concrete for the caskets to be encased in. Up there on the hill. I've never been this far up in the cemetery. I'm right at the very top. And what I realized is I did videos from here years ago where I visited a few celebrity graves, and I thought I had been to Chris Penn's grave, but I don't recall ever being up this far up here. The entrance is really far. The mausoleum is over there to the right. So, but I don't recall coming up here. And I've got a pretty good memory for things like that. But Chris Penn should be somewhere up around here. Let's take a look and we pay our respects to great actor, someone who fought some demons and gone before his time, gone too soon, too young. I say that too often, but it's too young. Look at all the flowers. It's beautiful. Except for the sirens going off in the background, but it's rush hour in Los Angeles. It's going to happen, sadly. I can tell you I'm having a difficult time finding Chris Penn. Sometimes the pin is not exact. I know he's definitely around here somewhere, and just gotta keep looking. And here we are. I found him, and buried beside his father. And we've got son, brother, friend, always loved, always lives, Christopher Shannon Penn, 1965 to 2006. And then his father here, Leo Penn, beloved husband and father, 1921 to 1998, you are always with us. There we go. And for his father as well. And I actually have an extra rock with me. Let me grab it. Not a big one, but I had a few extras. Side by side, father and son. Visit to Chris Penn and his father, Leo Penn, also father of Sean Penn, one of the greatest actors alive. Chris Penn, great actor in his own right, and 40 years old. His father lived to, what are we looking at, 77. It's not a bad age. 40 is not a good age to die at. Hope he's found peace. Rest in peace, Leo Penn. Rest in peace, Christopher Penn. And thank you for watching. Love you all. Peace out.